Welcome back everybody, and welcome to all the new people that are actually watching my videos for the first time. Hi! This is for you. Okay, the last one we did was a 3D printer pen for, well, I wouldn't say printer pen, but it's a 3D pen for $10. Another thing I found over at Walmart was this. It's a $10 make your own gummy worm set. Obviously the kid on the front looks like he had too much sugar. So hopefully it worked and gave him diabetes or something like that. Or at least enough sugar to keep him quiet for a while. Now, with this kit, along with the other one, there's only one thing you're missing. Water. It actually says it on the back. Just add water. You probably can't see it because I'm not zoomed in. But yes. And it's made in America. So all those who just want hell yeah, good for you. Now, with this kit, there are some minor flaws. One thing is the mixing bowl. It says here that you can make your own gummy worms using the 4 packets provided. Which they do have 4 packets here. So they look like the Easy Bake Oven packets. They don't say what flavors they are, they just say gummy mix red, yellow, green, and blue. So, God knows whatever flavors those are. Now, the one thing I would say is a little bit of a flaw, again, is the mixing bowl that they give you. 4 flavors, 1 mixing bowl. Not really doing the math there, but this is the bowl. This is the spoon. Now, I don't know what kind of weird math you're doing, but for this mix, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of warm water to the packet. And this thing is pretty much a sample spoon that you get over at BJ's or wherever you get free samples from. This will not make a lot of mix. So, what I did was I got some paper bowls, with a wax interior. Got 4 of those, 1 for each of these. And actual spoons. Because that little dinky thing is not going to make a lot of mix. They also give you a little eye drop here to fill your molds. Which, is actually really nice because they actually label how much is in there on your dropper. So you can measure it out. If you want to be scientific, you can actually create the perfect gummy worm. And they give you 2 trays. I was surprised. I thought they were only going to give you 1. But these are pretty good plastic trays. They make pretty decent sized worms. They have little eyes on the worms. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like 2 little dots here. So you can either have your worms blind or you could fill those in. When making your gummy worms here, again, it's equal parts powder to water. It's got to be warm water. And once you fill up your tray, you actually have to put them in the fridge for 30 minutes. So since they only gave you 2 trays, you don't want to overload yourself with mixture because you don't want to, I don't know what the gel tastes like when it's been sitting out for 30 minutes, waiting for the batch to cool off. But my guess, it's probably not the best tasting gummy worm you'll ever have. Then again, this is a make your own gummy worms kit, so it might not be the best tasting gummy worm. Or it might be the best thing you've had in your own damn life. But let's give it a try. Just reading the back here for a second. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Finally, something made in the US that doesn't have 50 million instructions. Except for the instruction page they give you. It actually tells you how to prepare your work area, which is obvious. Keep it clean. Don't do anything, don't pick your nose. It doesn't say it should. Making your gummy mix, easy, 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know why they have 4 different little instructions for that. Molding, easy, pour it in, hope for the best. And they actually have here on the bottom, I kid you not, eating your gummy. Do we really need an instruction for how to eat a gummy? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory. Take it out, put it in your mouth, chew. If you need instructions for that, they actually have it right here. So, if you need to learn how to eat, it's right there. Step number 4, eating. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make our mix. Again, you want to use warm water. You don't want to use cold, because I guess it doesn't mix well. Let's separate these out. I'm probably going to do 2 for now. Now, I like this kit, for one thing, because I used to always eat trolley gummy worms. And they'd always have the good one, which was the blue and red. And then they'd have the not so good one, which was the orange and green. Which, you know, it wasn't bad. It's just I always bite the green off of the orange and mix it in with the blue and red. Because I was weird and I always thought that tasted better. But with this kit, you actually can make whatever flavor combinations you want. Okay. You guys can't smell this because YouTube hasn't evolved to that point yet. But the red actually smells like cherry Kool-Aid. Which is a good sign. Because frankly, I like cherry Kool-Aid. Alright. Again, you're working with powder. You don't want to spill it because it's going to suck to clean up. So I'm just going to give myself an even spoonful. Because this is a 1-to-1 ratio here. So I'm going to pat that down. I would say that's more of a 1.5 there. So I'm going to put that in there. And I might as well cap it off with a half. Just so I can say it's even 2. Oh man. You guys don't know this, but this smells really good. Okay, so if that's the red, and it smells really, really good, like you could sit there and you can make an air freshener out of this. It's just, whew. That's some good smelling stuff. Now, hopefully yellow is lemon. So we're going to make some cherry lemonade worms. I mean, I don't know what other thing would be yellow besides banana and, I don't know, star fruit or something. But we're in America, damn it. It's going to be lemon. Again, if you wooed for that, good for you. You're an American. Alright, I'm going to get a sniff. This one's hard to tell. It smells like banana. Because I'm not getting a strong lemon. But then again, cherries and bananas actually do make a good combination. I'm sure once I add water, it'll smell a lot more like it's supposed to. Yeah, I'm definitely getting banana. So I'm going to give myself a scoop and a half. Actually, there's a little bit more than that, but we're just going to try it for now. And what the hell, we'll open up the blue one. Okay. Really hoping it's blue raspberry. Blueberry won't be so bad, but blue raspberry is always better. If you like blueberry, good for you. 2 points for you. 3 points if you like blue raspberry more. Again, I don't know what I'm keeping score for, but, you know, points are fun. Please, blee, blee, blee. Blee, blee. That's fine. Please be blue raspberry. Oh my god, it is. Actually, it's got more of a cotton candy smell to it. Are these like the reject flavors of gummy worms? Banana, cherry's alright, but cotton candy? I'm not doubting it. Alright, so I'm gonna get a little bit of that and a little extra because we're Americans and we like sugar. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more in the red just to even it out. There we go. I'm not going to open up the green just yet because I want to make sure that, you know, we fill up these molds. I don't want to have any extra, therefore we don't get the stink. So I'm just going to put about 3 spoonfuls of water since I put a little extra in these. 1, 2, and 3. Now, mix that up pretty good. Oh my god, it smells like cough syrup. Like the Vicks cherry cough syrup. It's very potent. But it's starting to look like pudding. I'll hold this up to the camera for a little bit. But it looks like pudding. Ew. I'll probably put a little bit more water in there, just so it doesn't get caught up in the eyedropper. And besides, we're mixing flavors anyway, so it doesn't matter if any of it gets in the water. We're going to just mix that up. I really hope the other ones smell better, because frankly I don't want to be reminded of flu season. And this is reminding me heavily of that. Scrape that off. Now let's move on to the blue. Ding 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 ding. Soup's on. Alright. Again. 3. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, this is actually a blue raspberry. A little extra water in there. It didn't smell like it at first. I guess with all the sugar. First it smelled like cotton candy, but I could see how cotton candy and blue raspberry could get mixed up. Especially with the smell. But it is blue raspberry. Thank God. Because that would have been really, really weird. Now I'm just hoping that the yellow is actually lemon. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed. You might get some chunks in there from extra powder. And you don't want that getting caught in your eyedropper. So, again, make sure it's pretty runny. Because one thing, it's gummy worms. We're not going for style points here. We're making candy. So, okay, the red has hardened up, so I'm just going to put some more water in here. I think that's going to be a big problem, is it hardening before we actually get to the candy making. Which again might be a problem with parents that have children too. Because while you're mixing this up and it settles, you just now have a giant clump of gummy sitting there. And it kind of takes the fun of making gummy worms out of the equation if you can't actually make the worm itself. So we're just going to remix that. Remix. Alright, till it's not as runny as the blue, but if we need to add more water, we will. Okay. Again, rinse off your spoon using the same water that you mixed with, and we're going to go right to yellow. And a little bit more. There we go. This is still questionable what it is, because I'm still not getting the potent lemon smell from this, so it might be banana. It's just, right now it's kind of smelling like Dookie. So, you know, if you watch the Game Grumps, this might actually be the candy pea that they eat. Well, that they ate. Because it's got such a funky smell to it. And it looks like pea. So, you know, this might be that fabled candy that they had that they refused to sell. Alright, well, yellow's looking pretty good. Blue, It's still liquidy. The only thing is the red hardens up faster. I don't know why. But we're going to add a little bit more water to it. And let's get to making. It's okay if you let your spoon sit in there, because it's just going to settle to the bottom. Oh yeah, this is really thick stuff. I don't think that's even candy at that point. It's now crystallized inside this. Okay, well, I guess more water it is. I guess the red one just gets too dehydrated fast. I think they might have to change that in the instructions guide, that red needs a little bit more water to work with than the 1-to-1 ratio that they're saying. So you at least want it to be runny. Alright, let's try this again. That's better. It's filled up. Alright, and then we're going to mix some blue in there. I don't understand why they give you an eyedropper, because honestly it's getting stuck inside the eyedropper itself, and it's just going to be hard to get out of it. So I think what we're going to end up doing is just filling the gummy molds using the spoon. Yeah, because this is hardened up already. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of coming out the end here as a gummy. So I really don't think the eyedropper is going to be the best thing to use. But, you know, kudos for them to put that in there. But we're going to just use our spoon. And they might not be the prettiest things, gummy worms to look at. But we're not going for pretty. We're going for flavor. So, easy with the spoon. We're just going to fill up our mold. Yeah, that's a lot better than the eyedropper. So first worm, we're going to give him a little red head. Any of you who joke at that are obviously over the age of 21. Add a little bit more water if your gelatin mix is set. Because again, we are still looking for the liquid state. It's pretty much like mixing Jello at this point. It's kind of chunky, but that's alright. You could probably fill up all these molds using all the sugar packets that they give you. So I'm just going to fill that up. I kind of want to taste this right now, but I'm afraid that's going to taste really weird. And then we're going to finish it off with the red. Now, I used to work at a candy factory, at a chocolate factory, and one thing we used to do is we tapped the tray to make sure that there's no air bubbles. And right now, there's our worm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make the rest of this stuff, because if it took that much to make one worm, we actually might be able to take all the sugar that's here and just fill up the trays. And afterward, we could eat the little gummy skins afterward. So, take out the red. We're just going to find out how many scoops it takes. 1, 3, 4. It's about 5 spoons left. Really, with this stuff, you just add water as you go, just so it doesn't harden up. So we're just gonna, we know that. We're just gonna dump the rest of the glue inside here. Because that worm there, that took pretty much half of the red and almost all the blue just to make one worm. So we might as well just finish off the kit here. At least with this one, you know, unlike the 3D pen, it's not going to take, you know, half an hour to do 3 things. Let's see what green is. Oh yeah, that's lime. That's a lime. Oh. Okay. I'm going to show you this because I think they got the color wrong. The packet says green, but it's orange. Hopefully it changes color. And it actually looks like kinetic sand, if you've ever seen that in stores. So we're just going to fill up our water. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 for good measures. Alright, again, make sure it's nice and smooth. You might get a big chunk in the middle from where your pile of sugar was. So you just want to flatten that out and mix it up until it becomes more solid. And throw in a little extra water so it stays liquidy. Because we don't want it to solidify too much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Want to cover good measures. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, yes, the shirt I am wearing is a Sans Undertale shirt. I got it over when I was at PAX East. PAX East is amazing. I'll tell you that right now. I met Mark, Jack, Wade, and D-Live while I was there. Very nice guys. And one thing I would say about PAX East, the tickets do sell out very fast. We all know that. So it's very crowded. Traffic sucks getting there because driving through Boston sucks. People really don't know how to drive that well. Alright, this is still a little thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more water to that. And all in all, it was fun. But I am going to go to PAX South next year because the tickets don't run out in an hour. They actually keep selling until like the last 2 days beforehand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 for good measures. I mean, Jacksepticeye goes to PAX East, which is, you know, one of the big ones. But if you're okay with not seeing him, I would say go to PAX South. Because Mark is still going to be there. I believe Wade still goes. I think the Game Grumps also go. So if you want to meet them. Of course, they're going to go to the PAX Prime. Again, that's another big one. Which they sell out of tickets right away. And it's You don't want to be stuck at the last possible hotel with the last room. Not worth it. Alright. Still a little jelly. Jelly! Water. Alright, let's find out what this green one is, because it's kind of bugging me that it's orange, and yet it says it's green. Alright, we'll add more water to that later. Oh, it actually is turning green. It's like that weird Kool-Aid mix. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like diarrhea. 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 for good measure. I don't know if you could see this, but it's like a weird brown now. I don't know if they're going for olive green. Oh, that's pretty, ooh. It's kind of hard to describe this one. It's not lime. It looks like the color that you see at the Olive Garden. Like if you're looking through the menu and you happen to see the olive. I'm gonna have to show you this because it is. It's not the best smelling thing in the world right now. I'm gonna tell you that right. No. Please, I hope it tastes good. But look at that. Ew. Ew. I'm gonna smell it. Okay, this is a courtesy sniff to everybody who's watching this. Ew. Second one for you. I don't know, it's weird. I might just make one worm using that and mixing it with like one of each. Because it might smell really bad now, but it might actually be like the most delicious thing in the world. Alright, so we're gonna take our baby poop green, if we would call that, and let's just make a shitworm. And it's kind of getting everywhere. I don't want it to touch my special blue and red one and taint that thing. Ew. It's so gross. I don't understand. Like, the package looks like it's a decent green, but this looks like, ugh. And it smells like, ugh. Even when it's starting to dry, it looks like, ooh. It looks like somebody would run in a diaper. I mean, there's no other word to describe it besides Christmas tree green. But, like, somewhat old and starting to dry out Christmas tree green. And the smell, oh man, I just got a big whiff of that. It's like a combination of plastic, green apple, and you're just imagining in your mind that it's like the remnants of a diaper or something. So it's not making it smell any better. But yeah, with these mixes, you're definitely going to need a lot more water. Okay. I want to taste this. Please. I'm going to take the little plastic spoon that they gave us. Internet, this is for you. I don't even have a trash can nearby, so I'm going to have to muddle through this. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Oh. That is sour. That's like licking the inside of a Sour Patch Kid bag sour. It's not bad. It's not bad. I will tell you that right now. It looks like poo, but it's not bad. Okay, it's like a lime Sour Patch Kid. Alright, so again, it smells like poo. It looks like poo. Doesn't taste like poo. It actually tastes pretty good if you like the Sour Patch Kid powder. So that is pure sour worm right there. I guess they had to have at least one sour in there. But I am glad they did put it in, because I like the Sour Patch Kid stuff. I like the powder that's at the bottom. That's my favorite part. I will sit there and I will lick a bag. Please do not take that out of context. But I will lick the bottom of a bag of a Sour Patch Kids just to get the powder at the bottom. So, again, if you get this kit and it smells funky, that's the sour. Go ahead, use the little teaspoon that they give you, the little taster spoon, and give it a taste. It's not bad. Then again, you can use it as a prank too, and put it into a diaper and go around and like eating it in front of people, if you feel like doing that. You know, get yourself some interesting reaction videos from that. Probably be somebody yelling at you, going, "What's wrong with you?" So, gonna tap it again. Tap, 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 and now our worm's got brain damage. But this one's gonna be chunky, so I'm just gonna force it down because we got some stuck air bubbles inside there. That's a big thing. You want to check your mold for air bubbles, because it might look full on top, but if you look at the bottom, you're gonna have huge gaps, and you're gonna have a war explosion worm that's seen better days. The green still hardens up pretty fast, so keep an eye on that. And it still smells like poo. My god. Okay, the green is definitely a mixer color, because if you try to put it as one solid color, it just gets really thick and chunky on the top. I don't know if you can see that. So, green is going to be your mixer. Okay. Just gonna scrape that off there because we can use some of that. I'm not gonna try the other ones because I kind of know they're safe, and I think the yellow actually might be another sour. It might be a sour lemon or a sour banana. So we're just gonna finish this up, give it a little splash of water because they've already congealed. Mix it up. Looks like the fat you leave at the bottom of a pan for overnight. Like, look at that. Yeah. Now, with this company, I would say it's a little bit of a critique. Have it so that your gummy mix doesn't set right away, because kids that are actually going to be using this, like, they're going to take their time with it. And you don't want them to be yelling out to mom every 5 minutes or so because their gelatin, your gummy mix decided to turn into a full-fledged gummy. So maybe put a little something in there so that it doesn't set right away. Which I don't understand why. This room isn't that cold anyway, so it shouldn't be setting. But probably do it in a warmer room or warmer environment. Yeah, just for shits and giggles. I just wipe this off. I'll take a little bit from the edge there. We'll try the yellow. Oh god. Things are due. That one's not bad. It's like a lemon sherbet. Okay, so we know yellow is lemon. Red is pure cherry, like Vicks NyQuil cherry. Blue is cotton candy blue raspberry. And green is baby shit sour green. but lime. I'm still gonna call it baby shit because it still looks like baby shit. Alright, I'm gonna call it as I sees it. If you wanna call it, you know, mashed up olives, go right ahead. But between you and me, that's baby shit. Alright. So I'm gonna mix my lemon sherbet, which sounds really awesome right now. And we're gonna do yellow and blue. That's one flavor that Trolley didn't put out yet, was the yellow with the blue, because they always mix it with red. So again, once it starts to, you know, become solidified, you're gonna end up with chunky worms, but you're eating them anyway. So it doesn't really matter what they look like. They're all gonna taste the same. Unless you have the pickest kid in the world, and my god, they have to be uniform. But they're kids, they're sugar. You're adults, they're sugar. Eat the damn worm. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright. Again, it's solidified. So just add water, or you just pop it out and make a whole giant gummy and just sit there and indulge yourself. But we do not want to get sick, because right now it's my Saturday. I'm making YouTube videos. And I'd rather not get sick on my Sunday, aka Monday, because I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's and I'm going to do a little bit of mining. Just a little FYI to all my peeps, you may chirp right now, who live in the Quakertown area, or Allentown, or Montgomeryville, or anywhere in the eastern PA. Dave & Buster's right now is going through a change. They are getting rid of... Ooh, that's cold water. They're getting rid of their older games. And they're bringing in like the new ones, like the Luigi's Haunted Mansion. And right now, just a little FYI, you didn't hear it from me. There is a game out there called Monster Hunt. Monster Hunt has a stuck wheel on the top. It's stuck on 750 tickets. So all you need to do is get 4 monsters, automatically hit the monster wheel, and you get yourself 750 tickets. I don't know how long they're going to keep that there until they switch it out with something else. Probably another game that doesn't give out tickets. But, you know, if you're have off on Wednesday and it's half price gaming day, I would do a little bit of mining out there. Alright. Before they tear it down, because that is an older game. And they already took out my Operation game, which I like that game. I don't know how many more worms we're going to get out of this kit, because it is solidifying fast. And I might just cut these up and make little gummy squares out of them. Because I am not making any more worms out of this. Even though I want to, it just became just pure jelly. So, again, red one is stuck too. So with that, I'm gonna give this product, I would probably give it around a 2.5 out of 5. I would say that because these gummy worms here, they set really fast. You don't even need to put them in the refrigerator for them to harden up. I mean, here, I'll even prove this. This is the red one here. I didn't mix it too long ago. I'm just going to cut it with a spoon. And there we have jelly squares. Just pure gummy squares right there. I can actually pick it up. So, again, I would give it a 2.5 out of 5. Flavor-wise, not bad. You know, I kind of took a bullet here trying the green one and not so much the yellow one. The green one was what I was more afraid of because it smelled really, really funny. And it didn't have the right coloring. Okay, on the box it kind of has like brighter colors. And you kind of get stuck with bleh. But if they could take this idea here and make it so that it doesn't become rock hard after a few minutes, so that you actually can make the full-fledged gummy worms, and put in more bowls than just one and a tiny spoon, because you know you're not going to be able to make 4 flavors using one bowl and a tiny spoon. And of course the eyedropper. The eyedropper is a cute idea, but I don't know if you can see this. The gelatin gets caught in there right away, and since it solidifies really fast, you're stuck with it being stuck in there, and you won't be able to pour it out into the mold. But props to it for having good flavors. Good thing to have extra molds, but if your product hardens before you actually can fill the molds, it's kind of weird to have 2 sets of molds at that point. I mean, yeah, I know you're going to end up with people complaining that, hey, why is there only 1 mold in here? But if it hardens before you actually get it in the mold, there's no sense of having 2. Okay, so, again, $10 buy over at Walmart. It's kind of fun thing to do if you're really fast with it. But if you're going to take your time and not mix your flavors, it's kind of, yeah. It's not really worth it. Just go out and buy yourself a bag of gummies. But if you're at a party and they have this, just, you know, go along with it. Try it out. Again, fair warning, the green stinks. It's going to stink. No matter what you do, you could put some Febreze in the damn room. It's going to stink. Alright, so just a warning, once you mix the green, just be ready for that in your face, okay? It's pretty bad, but it does taste good. Alright, so not really the best of things to buy. It does say new on the box, so this might just be a prototype that they made. But I would say give it a try if you want something interesting to try and do. Don't really buy it because it's not really worth it unless you want to have big chunks of gummy just sitting around the house where you just take a piece and go. So that's it for this one. You know, not bad. Not bad. But again, I would wait till it goes on clearance, because it's powder, it's not going to expire. Alright, so guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I saved you some time and aggravation with not buying this, even though this kid is obviously not holding the gummy worms that this kit makes. Alright, I don't even think those are gummy worms. They look like pipe cleaners. Alright, so guys, have a wonderful day, and hopefully this helped you out with your Christmas buying or birthday buying. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright, see ya! And I am out.